When we're combining rational expressions, one of the most important ideas is that the denominator has to be the same. Unfortunately, in this problem, I see that the denominator of the first term is p minus 7, p plus 3, and the second term is just p plus 3. You might think we can't do anything here. However, we can change this term over here in order to make it have the same denominator. I see that it already has this p plus 3, and what I realize is that I'm going to have to multiply a p minus 7 on the numerator and denominator. And so what that means is this left term is going to stay the same. That'll be p squared minus 11p plus 28 all over p minus 7, p plus 3. And then here, we're going to keep that minus. It's very important. 6 times that thing we want, p minus 7. And so now our denominator of this fraction is not just p plus 3, but it's going to be p minus 7 times p plus 3. You might be asking, why are you multiplying the p minus 7 on the top and the bottom? Well, it's because we're essentially multiplying by 1. If we have p minus 7 divided by p minus 7, well, the top and the bottom are the same thing. That's pretty much the same as saying, like, 2 over 2. 2 divided by 2, p minus 7 divided by p minus 7, both of those will give us 1. And so this is the reason we're multiplying, because when we multiply by 1, we're not really changing anything. We're just doing it so it helps us out with our math. Alright, so we have this now. Because they have the same denominators, we can combine the fractions. But before we do that, let's distribute the 6 here. Again, we're going to bring this down, p squared minus 11p plus 28, all over p minus 7, p plus 3, p minus 7, p plus 3, minus 6 times p will give me 6p, and negative 7 times 6 will give me negative 42. And then that's also over p minus 7, p plus 3. Now, we can combine these two, but remember, because there's this negative sign here, we see this negative, this subtraction, we need to make sure we distribute when we're combining. Distribute. So when we end up combining these, we're going to get p squared minus 11p plus 28 minus 6p minus 42, so that's plus 42. All of that is going to be over p minus 7, p plus 3. Because remember, the denominator does not change when we combine these functions, or these fractions. All right, so at the top we're going to combine like terms. Sorry, I forgot my equal signs. We're going to combine like terms. There's nothing for p squared, so that's going to stay p squared. Negative 11p minus 6p is going to be minus 17p. Plus 28 plus 42, that's going to be plus 70. And then again, the denominator is still p minus 7, p plus 3. If you stop here, for now, that's fine. However, what you might notice is that this numerator can actually be factored. P squared minus 17p plus 70. You can actually factor this into p minus 7 and p minus 10. 10. Because, oh well, negative 7 plus negative 10 will give you negative 17. Great, that's what we want. And then negative 7 times negative 10 gives you positive 70. Oh, cool. Okay, so we get p minus 7 over p minus 10. And then in the denominator, we get p minus 7 over p plus 3. Interesting, I see that there's a p minus 7 on the top and the bottom. What that means is that they can cancel each other out, because when they divide each other, we get 1. And so, in the end, our answer is p minus 10 over p plus 3. Like I said, this answer is fine. Fine. And is true. However, we want to work towards getting answers that are like this. This is what I might call a gold star answer. because you went above and beyond here in order to answer that.